Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to a beautiful day in my life. Today, I am your celebrity guest on Fresh FM as we get to drive you all the way home with Delila. I'm excited because about 15 years ago, I was the youngest radio presenter at the age of 17 when I just started at KCR.
So of Namibia, it's Fresh FM 102.9. Like I mentioned to you, today is a Friday like no other because I get to live out my childhood dream. Like I get to be that gal that I think I am, because in studio with me, you can hear him laughing out in the background. He's a legend, honestly. He's one of the Namibian people that I know that actually created an entire career out of it, because you know how acting industry be, bro. But he created an entire career out of it. He's an MC extraordinaire. He is a live artiste, as I'd like to call him. His dancing skills are some that are unmatched. I'm talking about the man, the myth, the legend. Make some noise for Adriano Visagie.
Oh my word, thank you so much. Oh wow, yeah. It really feels like there's an audience up in here. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for having me on the Fresh Lunch.
Adriano.
Welcome to Fresh FM 102.9.
You don't even know how long I've been waiting for this moment.
Really?
I don't think you understand.
Oh, Delila.
Like my heart feels so content because I'm like this guy, you know, especially because I come from a stage where I would watch you on TV constantly with the numbers. So I've studied your craft. I've seen the way you execute, and I'm always in such awe because I'm like, one day.
And look at you. Look at you. Finally, it's here today. And I need to say this, you know, for everybody that's listening now, you just need to see how Delila looks like. You look absolutely amazing. Hair done, nails done, outfit. The boots. You look so beautiful.
Is this the part where I go like, I've been planning this outfit since day one?
So you've been planning this outfit. You look so gorgeous, my darling. Honestly.
Thank you so much, Adriano. So today on the Fresh Lunch, Adriano and I will be co-hosting the show for 1 hour only.
Oh, I'm excited about that.
What are we going to be getting into?
So there'll be games coming up in the show. We'll later be also, just taking some phone calls and chatting to you. Also, shout out to everybody that's on our live and also tuned in right now. If you're in the taxi and you're heading to Karitura, please let us know where are you heading to and what are the plans for the weekend. It is, of course, all about lunch. What did you have for lunch?
Oh my God, do I even eat? Is the question.
I know someone somewhere is listening to us from Kapana. I'm sure, because that's honestly what I'm craving at this very moment.
Which hurts my soul because last week Saturday actually I was supposed to have a Kapana session with a friend of mine, and I haven't been to single quarters in such a long time, so I was really excited for it. I call him up on a Sunday afternoon. I'm like, bruh, where you at? Not this homeboy telling me, I'm out of town, let's reschedule. So now my heart
We're supposed to call me. Why did you not call me?
You know what?
You've got my business card. Now you've got my...
Yo, kill.
We've got Burna Boy with Byron Messiah on Taliban's 2. It comes to you at 3:14. It's the Fresh Lunch with me, Delila, as well as Adriano in studio. Yes,
welcome back. Well, you know what this reminds me of? Sheikwan and I used to do my first time on radio, and especially working at Fresh FM. So Sheikwan and I did a show, and we used to do the drive time show. That was from 6 until 9.
Wow.
And we would just, get into, what was your day like? And we'd do like Fresh FM 102.9, 90.1 up in the northern areas. And It was so much fun. But yeah, here we are.
Here we are. No, I love it. I love to see it. And Adriano, obviously through the very many years that you've been doing radio, being an MC, having your social media game on point, and then also branching into your own brand, there's just so much growth that we can also learn from it from an external point of view, that we're just like, I want to be that guy when I grow up. But I do have to ask you first and foremost, time management. How the hiba? Because not many people know that you actually have a full-time job.
I actually do, and this is my lunch hour. So I've this morning I decided, I'm telling the team that, I'm having an interview on Fresh. So I'll be taking my lunch hour at 3. So hence I rushed, and here I am. And even if it means I need to go back to the office and still finish a few more things, that's what I'll do. But for me, time management has always been, and I think this is why I always thank my corporate job. And, it helps me balance between being an artist. And I think that's also why a lot of people find it quite difficult to work with me in the industry, because I'm quite punctual. I think we need to start changing that narrative of hurry up and wait. Because why am I hurrying up? Because now I hurried up, I'm on time, but now we're waiting for
50,000 other people to show
come.
up.
But why we not just teach everybody that, listen, we start at 4, can you be there at least at 3:30? Leave your house at 3, so that you know if you're in traffic, that takes
still
about
have-
50 minutes.
yeah.
So you are on time, and I think it's just respectful towards the craft and towards someone. And yeah,
I love that because at this point in time, one of the key elements is that people often say that the part that they hate about working with Namibian artists is the fact that they're always late, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, from a radio perspective, it's so difficult because you want to tell your radio audience, at 3 o'clock, Adriano is gonna come in studio. You
Right,
want to tell them
right.
already at 1, right?
Exactly.
But you're scared that if I say at 1, Adriano is coming in at 3, and now here is 3:30, Adriano is not here.
and that messes up planning, because at the end of the day, you've promoted your show, you've set the tone to say, you know what, I'm having artists who are in studio, but at 3 o'clock you're like, but sorry, where are you, how far are you, and that happened with me quite a lot when I was doing radio, and I just decided, those are artists because you've disrespected my line of work, so
Sure.
I'm not going to be working with you, in future. And if
Yeah.
it is that you want to be on air on my show, let my producer then contact you and say that let's schedule, yeah.
Love it. Adriano, most recently,
Yeah.
you broke all over the internet, the news spaces for being the influencer for one of Visa's first campaigns in the land of the brave. My goodness.
Thank you. Guys, there's actually an applause. You know how cool that applause is? I need to say this. Well done to Fresh FM. I love that applause. No, honestly, that applause just hypes me. But yeah, the campaign in itself, myself and Woven, thank you so much to Adforce and to Vicky as well as Patrick. It was so amazing working with them. I mean, we had the opportunity to go to Cape Town and really just shoot with Visa. And, with Visa, I've got Cool Care Productions also shot some of the videos and the content that we worked on. So for me, it's so important that when you get a campaign and, being an influencer, I've never said that I'm an influencer.
Yeah.
I've just become very influential. And, corporates have been knocking on my doors, and probably also because as a brand, I've never boxed myself. So it's not a thing of where I'm aligning to a certain aesthetics to say, no, I just cook. Tomorrow we all cook. We can all make cornflakes. If I feel like, creating content around how I make my cornflakes, then does that mean I'm a content creator? It all depends on how you curate what you want to curate. And personally, I've decided, hey, and if this means the coins are coming in through the gram, why not? And for me, it's really about, once I do get a campaign, it's always about, let me branch out to different artists. My sisters got featured on Visa as well. So it was really great working on this campaign because I feel Visa has been in existence. So I work for a financial institution. So it was easy to also understand what is Visa and what is it about, and hopefully in future we continue with Visa, and especially within the Namibian sphere.
So I think the pain comes, right, where most of the people observing from the outsider's perspective feel like things come so easy to people like you. But of course, we know that you didn't just wake up one morning after being in a long sleep, and then decide, all these campaigns are just coming my way. It required years of building a brand, years of hard work and dedication.
Right.
So tell us about the humble beginnings, man. What are some of the worst things that you did when you were like, did I really sleep on the floor for this?
So I've never done sleeping on the floor though, but I hear what you're saying, and I think a lot of people, and I think that I'm glad that I grew up in a time where we didn't have the Instagrams and the Twitters and the Facebook. I grew up in a time where, at least as a teenager, there was no TikTok challenge that we had to do. It was really about we playing Block Pampire, and we playing Wegkrepertjie and Skululu in the street. That was us.
You're running around
and you're
barefoot.
running around barefoot, and your mom is like, "I think if you and you come home and your dirty clothes are mixed with the clean clothes, and you get a little hiding here and there, but
and you're washing your white socks at 7 o'clock in the morning.
And then you blow drying them with your mom, or there with the towel.
With the towel.
So those were my childhood, and I think I'm really thankful for a time like that in order to appreciate the now. Because social media is also just this facade that we've created. And I feel, once you are a brand that's affiliated with a certain brand, it's important to sell the reality. I can't be living in Karitura, but I'm, telling people I live in Kleine Cooper. What dream, then that is what I've learned through being an influencer and doing influential work.
To remain authentic.
To remain authentic to who you are. So for me, me personally, the biggest brand that I've actually worked with thus far has been Taufalaga. I need to say this because Taufalaga, in hindsight, decided to share a little bit of my own personal story. And that for me was having to also gravitate and do inner introspection with understanding the fact that, so many times we shy away from the poverty in which we grew up in.
Yeah.
And I had to go back and realize, but the times that I grew up in Katutura, the times that these dusty streets, what was called dusty streets, it was actually golden streets because these were golden moments that shaped who we are and said that, this was not going to be my reality forever. And the beauty of it is that I can always go back. I can always go back to Karitura and say, but I'm recognized here, I'm appreciated because this is where the foundation was laid. I think if I grew up in a space of where
everything was just handed to you, you just get it.
Why did I have to work hard for anything? And therefore, starting and really to answer the question, for me, the brands approach me. I don't go knock on doors. The brands approach me. And when brands approach you, you need to know that you're doing something right and you're being authentic. But it comes down to this thing that I always say, guard your brand. Your brand is so important and you need to guard your brand at all time. My good friend Lisa Alice always says we are too famous to F up. And I think, sometimes when you listen to that, you need to realize that, gone are the days, because I used to love draw inspiration from like a Brenda Fassie, because those were artists that were ahead of their time. And now you realize, but where did they go wrong? Yeah. And you need to find that inspiration in terms of guarding your brand, and that's what I've done for myself.
Love it. Money follow him. I also I want the brands to come to me, not for me to chase the bag. As a belief, let that be known. Now Adriano is still in studio with us. Adriano, after this we'll be playing a game.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that.
And I just want to let you know that in my soul, in my spirit, I am a competitive woman.
I can see that.
So Nje, you must. Or else. Stick around for more of the Fresh Lunch.
Hey there, football fans.
Because what that teaches you is to look beyond just being social media pretty.
Absolutely.
It's to look beyond just growing the followers online, but to actually grow a base in which you are influential and not necessarily an influencer.
Yeah.
So thank you, Adriano. Thank you very much.
Please play that beep 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 beep. I love this. So since you are the runner-up, this is your challenge. Because it's Friday and I saw a script, you were like, no, Adriano, going to do like a Whitney Houston, what to the winner. So I was like, nah, Whitney Houston for me is, which emotional Whitney song? But I was like, we're going to go for this very one. So what's going to happen is we're going to play the song and you're going to sing along to this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I know we both don't know the lyrics, but I'll help you. I'll help you where I see you are struggling or find it a bit challenging.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yo, Whitney.
Yeah.
May your soul continue to rest because I'm about to butcher this song. But it reminds me of a moment in Glee. I used to love Glee. Say something like, but it's okay.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna make it anyway. Pack your bags
Come on, girl.
up and leave.
Yeah, we go.
Now don't you dare come running back to me. Oh yes, it's not right, but it's okay. Now I'm gonna make it anyway.
There we go.
On, close the door behind you, leave your keys. I'd rather be alone than unhappy. Yeah.
You are the winner. Well done.
But wait, that was my favorite part.
Which one?
The one when your boys went out to eat, then they hung out, but you came home around 3.
Yes, you
if
did.
6 of y'all went out, then 4 of you already are really cheating.
Because only 2 of you had dinner. I found your credit card receipt.
You know.
I love this. Well done. You officially got the second runner-up. You are the winner. You are the girl.
I am the girl that I think I am. Oh wow, Adriano!
Wow.
Thank you so much for taking the time out to join me in studio
Anytime,
today. It was so much.
I've never laughed like this. Like I feel my flu is literally gone.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. This was the Fresh Lunch with myself, Delila. Adriano, our celebrity guest host in studio, bringing us that laughter, bringing us that feel-good energy, but of course also bringing us those nuggets that we get to carry along with us throughout the weekend and also throughout all the days of our lives, basically. That you should not aim to be an influencer. As a belief, aim to be influential to the point where the bag chases you.
Yeah, don't, I always say this, and this is where I always say my sisters, Robin Akambo, the Lise Allers, and Weya, they always ground me, and we always share the same sentiment that what's meant for you will not pass by you, because God has intended that for you. And sometimes when we're like, oh, but maybe I was supposed to get that. No.
It wasn't for you.
It wasn't for you, because God is telling you, hey, you dodged that bullet, because you never know. And this also, for me, in times, calls for us as creatives, because we're such a small industry, to start celebrating the wins of others.
Oh, that's true.
Let's celebrate that, because that just means we're stepping into the right direction, where when someone gets recognized, when a lioness gets recognized, when whoever gets recognized, whether locally or internationally, that just means that, Namibia is doing something. When a girlie Jadama gets awarded internationally, or, let's celebrate that, because it speaks of there is a creative industry, and government gets to see and understand the magnitude of what the arts can contribute to the development of our country.
I don't even want to say anything on top of that. Like that's it. That's it. That's a wrap. That was Adriano Visagie, everybody.
Oh, this was so much fun. Am I saying goodbye already?
That was so much fun. Thank you so much for watching. I want to take you on a beautiful journey. Let me know, what did you learn from this episode? Click like, subscribe, and get to share this video.